count to three anyway. After that,
Can you go 1, 2, 3?
I have to take my socks off. Anyway, how is everybody this week? Tyler is obviously feeling his age at 52. Oh, popcorn.
Well, between the back and the knees, and yeah, that's about right.
I'm not saying you look old, but you do remind me of Popcorn Sutton. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, we discussed this. That is not a bad thing. That's a compliment some places.
Evening, Lee.
Yeah,
Hey, Lee.
Hi, Lee.
There's a good chance that Craig will probably fall asleep on tonight's show.
I shall try not to, but...
No. If you're feeling sleepy, just have a snooze, mate. You know. That's fine. And, yeah, all right. Well,
Thanks, Lee.
We might as well jump straight into what was Expo like then, as our roving reporter.
I do this so that for the benefit of our channel.
That's what we tell us the missus every time.
Oh, great! So we're getting the blame for all the shit. You twat!
I wasn't there bang on 10 o'clock. By the time we got in there, it was at 10:15. But walking round, looking round. We got in there 10. The usual disposable fest.
Yeah.
But also companies, it's to be expected anyway, but some companies that never even heard of. Obviously, companies that have jumped on the bandwagon. Lots of scan the QR for the spinny wheel. Most of all the spinny wheel stuff had a lot of the stuff had gone. So they were mainly chucking out their disposables. So you weren't getting any key rings or anything like that. A lot of it. There were Vapors Cloud was there selling. They were selling, yes. Lost Vape was there. Don't know whether they were selling. The usual Voopoo, Dogpo, Asmodus were there as well, but they were had their pod, the Minikin pod system again.
Yeah.
Geek Vape, I think, were there. Deathwish was there as well, with all of the Lucius liquids as well.
Yeah.
Vape Smarter was there. Gaz was there with Anti-Stack and Stack Mod stuff. Didn't buy any Stack Mod stuff, but I bought some Anti-Stack items.
Gaz's 3D printed. It should be named. It should be called the 3D printing sort of Blue Peter, because it looks like it's all put together with old bog rolls.
Well, there was also another company there that was around the side where Vape Smarter was that had done a lot of 3D printed stuff as well. But I didn't really get round to look at it. Spent.
Gary, you just brought up a point. Yeah, the reason they're getting rid of disposable vapes because there's so many people want to finish them and throw them on the floor. Yes, that's true. That isn't the only reason. It's because the wrong places are selling those mods.
Yeah.
The wrong
they're
people
not
are selling e-liquid.
And people are not being educated on how to dispose of them properly.
The problem is it's quite simple to dispose of those correctly. And I don't see an issue with disposables if they are sold by the right people. And if those devices are sold to underage people, the shops are then prosecuted for that. Simple.
Yeah.
The easiest way to do that is to give these shops that sell them a proper license. Like Bill and I said the other day, and we've said before, make that license £250 a year. You have to pay £250 a year. That's all. And for that, you get like an alcohol license.
Hi, Mark.
Evening, Mark.
Yes,
Evening.
it was some of that money was your fault, Mark. Okay, I should have put up more of a fight when you pulled me off to the side, to the stand, not put. Yeah.
It's all right, Mark. He's on one of those. Oh, I'll blame the guys that I stream with. I'll blame Mark for stuff I bought, so the missus doesn't beat me up. That's what this is.
Yeah. But yeah. Oh,
But anyway, he's going to be winning a lot of raffles in the next 6 months.
If I get a random phone call off a woman that I have no idea who this voice is, I'm just come out with, do you know where I live? No. Good. Put the phone down.
yeah. So there were some nice liquids. Didn't get around to trying all of them because I spent most of my money and didn't have any left to get anything from King's Custard, which I'm a bit unhappy about.
Yeah,
Because it had a coconut.
I'd be unhappy about that as well.
Yeah, well, it had a coconut one as well, which was quite nice. Not overly powerful in the coconut, but of course, when I was trying them, he buggered off with the peach one.
Yeah.
So I didn't get back round to getting round and trying the peach one. I'm sure I'll get some somewhere. But yeah. And there's a couple of items that I've purchased that have been strategically left in the car as well.
Don't anybody put it on his wall on Facebook and drop him in it.
Just a minute.
Oh dear.
Yes. Some quite good bargains, I would say. Those that were selling.
Yeah.
There was another company I'd never seen before. Never seen them before, but they were selling. I picked up a Asgard 30mm for £25.
That's not bad.
Which was very good. That was where Mark dragged me off to.
Yeah, he's a bastard. He really is.
I know, but we love him anyway.
I won't go that far.
No. Yeah, so picked up a San AIO.
Yeah,
which was a quite a nice price. A couple of Crypt V2 tanks, which were an extremely good price. And also
we're actually getting Expo where the prices are actually going down, not going up.
Well, the Crypt V2 tanks were £10 each.
That's
a
Oh
bargain.
yeah.
Hence the reason why I picked up two.
Yeah, well, that's well worth it.
The San AIO was £50.
That's not bad.
I think retail's about 85 on them on a minute.
Yeah, first of all, yeah, they were selling the Pixel for 70.
Kind of the Pixel is kind of growing on me, you know. I kind of quite like the look of it.
Yeah, they were selling the Pixel for 70. The Ascent for 60. I got a integrated drip tip from Next Tips and a 510 drip tip from Next Tips.
It does do some nice stuff, doesn't it?
Hold on, I'll try and find them.
I've been buying stuff off Nick for years, you know. And people say,
I've had a few of him.
Oh, he's so fucking expensive. He's this. But when you see the work that Nick puts in,
Oh yeah. Shameless plug for Vupo.
this show is not sponsored by Vupu, but apparently now it is.
Enjoy your
Mind
dinner.
you, if you want to give us some free shit to give away, Vupu, that's not a problem.
That was totally unintentional, but yeah.
Mate,
So,
make no odds.
San,
Yep.
some anti-stack bets.
They are a good idea, the Atty stacks.
Yeah, yeah,
That go.
yeah. I had always intended to pick up some anyway, but
Rather than doing what I do and ended up with a toolbox full of Atties and RTAs.
yes, yes. There's
And little bits of wet and dry everywhere.
Shut up.
one of
Everywhere.
the drip tips.
Oh, that's
That's
pretty.
I like that.
Oh, that's one of his hybrids. With the
No, it's a
wood and-
510. It's a 510.
Yeah, but I mean it's what he calls hybrid tip because it's
Oh,
wood
right.
and resin. They are nice those. He
Yeah.
does do some beautiful work. Nice guy as well, Nick.
And that integrated one.
That's a pretty one. I like that.
Yeah, that's
Even better when it's on camera.
Just send it this way. It'll go perfect on top of this.
Oh, I agree.
I'm sure it will do.
It was nice
sure
of
it will
Craig
do.
to buy you that. Everybody's a witness to it now.
I'm sure it will do.
Well, I've been looking for a sand for a while, and he knows my birthday. It was really nice of him to grab that at that price.
Yeah. How much is shipping for you? Bottle of new boysenberry scone.
That one interests me, boysenberry.
Yeah.
If on right.
Please. Did you need to go back?
Chef bubble glass.
Yep.
Couple of packets of chef coils. A gold crypt tank. A red crypt tank.
Yep.
And a bottle of the.
That's the plum in it.
No, that's the melon one.
Mm.
And then pomegranate and lychee.
Different.
That would be nice.
And then
Yeah, it's a different one.
Yeah, right, Steve.
Hey,
Thank you.
just some other freebie bits.
Everybody.
Hi, Steve. I've just been showing off my competition wins from Vapor Expo.
You were very lucky to get all those wins, Craig.
I was dragged, kicking and screaming by Mark
Yeah,
H.
so I heard. So I've
Yeah.
heard. It was disgusting the way he treated you. It was awful.
Yeah.
She watches this. We're all in shit. You know that, don't you?
She doesn't.
Phew, thank God for that. I could
Yeah,
get in
see you later,
trouble.
Mark.
I can get in trouble with my missus enough without getting in trouble with
Mhm.
yours as well. Don't need
Why do
to.
you think? Why do you think I've left the Ascent in the car and someone else, which was
Yeah,
a freebie disposable, which is actually a nice one
Well, partly because
Oh.
you'll get grassed on.
by the children. Yeah.
At the end of the day, mate, you earn the money. Why shouldn't you
Yeah.
spend a little?
Yeah. I just didn't expect to spend that much.
Yeah, but no, what you're right, Lee. I don't need to work to get in trouble with Alana. I'm very good at
Mhm.
getting in trouble. I even get told off and beaten up by Gwendolyn now.
Hmm.
Quite often.
He even has Alana worried if he wakes up early now.
It's true, yeah. She brought me knife and fork in for me Sunday dinner, and the knife got thrown at me. Luckily,
was it a normal knife?
No, it was
it a normal knife or a steak knife?
Yeah, well, it wasn't a kitchen knife.
Well, then you're all right.
Little shit.
Although Alana has ordered a set of throwing knives.
Luckily, she doesn't know where to get them. And no, she doesn't need where to get them either. Thank you.
That's dead easy to get all the throwing knives.
It's even easier to make them.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a sharpener. Don't worry about that, Lee. I've got a few sharpeners. I've got a few whetstones as well, proper whetstones.
Yes, I was, Steve. Today.
I think that not as many people stayed for like a couple of days, did they? They didn't go the whole weekend, it seems.
Yeah. It did certainly seem a lot quieter than May's. A lot less people around the stage with the hats out for all the free stuff that was getting popped.
Well, I noticed Pugs was saying something about that one of the companies was giving out fucking like bags for people to catch free shit in.
Right.
What the fuck? What this? Last time I went, and that's a few years ago, they were meant to be stopping all this throwing shit out because it caused issues.
Although I didn't see any heat not burn.
Well, that's something.
Which is because usually the last couple of times I have been heat not burn.
Yeah.
Hiya, William.
Hi, William.
Okay,
Hey, William.
That's amazing, Lisa. Really is.
Yeah, that is.
Just
that
be careful. You're now getting right onto the bottom edge of where you can be.
Yes, Lee. We talked about this before the show. A certain Scottish reviewer was having a moan this morning, and it was to do with the Saturday show last night. Now, I'm not criticising any of the guys at the Saturday show, right? Everybody knows them, Pugs and all of them lot. They're a bunch of wind-up merchants and a bunch of twats, right? And I'd say that to them. That's just the way they are. They're nice. They're all right. They're not bad guys. They were having a laugh last night. A few people in chat maybe went a little bit over the top. Okay. Vic took offence at this and decided to do his usual trick of putting a post out there. What he should have done was gone directly to the people whose show it was, not made it public, and said, "Look, guys, I'm offended by this. Don't know why you need to be offended by what was being said, because, to be honest, from what I saw, there was only 2 comments that could be said as offensive." I think he took it personally, William, because he didn't win. He didn't win his award at Expo. That's what it was. He only got second. Oh, well. Get over yourself. You put yourself out in the public eye, you expect criticism, the same as we do.
Oh.
The thing is, he's done that little in the last 7 months.
Yeah.
Why would he deserve the award?
Do you know, Hanky, I don't know whether he does deserve second, to be honest, but there's no one really who's what I would call a decent reviewer anymore.
No.
Not proper reviewers. There's not many. Not many left. And I think Vic's lost his way a bit.
Although I did think that video you did, Steve, was quite funny.
It was.
It was the
FV?
FV Vape Show, lads.
Yeah.
All right,
Ahoy,
Steve.
Stevie. I just think, what's the big deal? You're doing a YouTube channel. That's it. You know, get over yourself. People will be critical. No matter who you are.
Ahoy, Steve.
If you can't take the criticism, get off YouTube.
Yeah.
It really is that simple.
You know, he pretty much has got off YouTube, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I'll say, besides maybe a short every now and then, I don't see much from him.
Was that a pun at Vic's height then? A short.
It works.
Well, it's true as well.
I'll tell you something though. If there'd been any races going, you would have seen Vic run through Expo. Those little Scottish legs of his had been flying like fuck.
There's a Chariots of Fire music going on behind.
We've all seen it. It's amazing how fast that little Scottish fucker can move when he wants to.
Yeah, last time I saw him do it was 2019 when you wanted to see Mike Vapes pissed on stage.
Oh god, Mike Vapes pissed on stage is fucking hilarious.
But he spent all that time complaining about how much his legs hurt and that, and he got a mobility scooter. And then he goes airing off down that side to get to the stage.
No, William, this wasn't in his heyday. This wasn't that many years ago he was doing that.
No, it wasn't.
That's all I'm going to say about it. And plenty of people witnessed that. So, but anyway, moving on. Apart from that, what else about Expo? What else has anybody been up to?
And not a whole lot. I've been going through the negotiations at work for my union, so that's been fun.
Oh god, that's exciting. Then.
Well, we had a meeting this morning about it. 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning. Why the hell you picked 10 o'clock on a Sunday morning? You got me. But they came back to their counter offer. We shut the whole thing down because it was crap. So now we have to do another vote in a week.
Makes you wonder why some unions are even in existence.
The trouble in America is their unions, the way you have to be a member of a union to work in certain jobs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That is wrong. If you want to join a union and you're a plumber or a welder or whatever, specialty you do, fine. If that's what I personally think, unions are the biggest waste of time on the planet because they don't do jack shit for anyone. That's my opinion. But this idea in America where unions control businesses and sway businesses, that is fucking wrong. That is so dodgy.
Well, you got to think half of our contracts are government based, so we have to be union shop to do most of the jobs.
Yeah, and we know, not forgetting that a lot of your unions, of course, have had links to organised criminal organisations in the past.
Allegedly.
Oh,
it's more than allegedly. It was proven.
Yeah.
Bill, stop dropping us in this shit. I can do that all over.
Well, no, what kills me is, you obviously you have union dues you're going to have to pay. I completely get that. A reasonable amount to keep the union running, pay for, your basic shit. I get that.
Yeah.
Why is it that I lose 5% damn near of my pay per week?
5%?
Excellent, Steve.
That's brilliant, Steve.
I tell you what, Steve, well done. Congratulations, buddy. That is fucking awesome, mate. That's brilliant.
Oh, that should be interesting, Lisa.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Both your dads. Oh,
Jeez.
Jesus Christ. Right, it is.
Well,
But
hopefully it's a case of it all gets fixed at one time and all the pain's done at one time.
Mm-hmm.
hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, we can hope.
Lisa's dad, it's been quite a long, ongoing thing, which
Well,
should have
yeah.
been dealt with a while back. But thanks to doctors fucking up. And then Terry, which is Lee's dad, that's a more recent one, but hopefully that should be done, sorted, all good. Back and firing on all cylinders. All winding everybody up more like knowing him.
That's always the way, Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I spent months and months and months to see a dentist. And then they wanted me to see the periodontist on the same day when I've just had teeth removed. And it's like, the periodontist can't do anything until they've healed.
Mm.
God, that'd be chaos. Those two in neighbouring beds. Fucking hell. Poor nurses. It'd be as bad as putting Bill in there.
Would be even worse if Bill was there at the same time. I'll think of all three of them there.
Oh, geez.
That'll set Bill's head off.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying a word. Not saying a word. Not saying a word. Well, I picked up a little bargain this week, though, getting the DNA version of the Ambitions Killick.
Yeah. Nice.
With an extra 10 quid discount because they'd cocked up on their stock. It was only supposed to be the other version that I ordered, but they didn't have it in this colorway. Well, they didn't have it in this colorway anyway. I ordered the green and black, so I had to get it. I had to get the DNA version, but they knocked an extra tenner off it. But it means that because that used to be purple and black, purple and green. I now have an all green DNA.
All green.
Which I think looks smart as.
It does look nice.
Bill's gone all AIO on us.
I know. All the AIOs I've tried over the years and just never got on with them. I barely put this one down.
If you say AIO 3 times, Dave will appear.
Dave will turn up, yeah.
It's like Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Strix deck is brilliant for flavour, but I found it a bit picky to wick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was having... I don't know whether it might have been because I might have been slightly tired last night, but I was having real issues wicking that mob MS Scepter style that I got off of ESEG. It was just I don't know whether it's because I put it in running the Tita Boro tanks. It was just pissing at the bottom. Maybe I was just tired, but I re-wicked it twice.
William, well, I do that all the time with ESIG 1. I always put stuff in the basket, leave it for a couple of days.
Yeah, I had a 10% discount code the other day from them. Is that because I hadn't bought anything from them for a couple
Probably,
of
yeah.
months?
No, that's it.
Yeah.
If I don't order anything for 2 weeks, they send me one automatically.
Oh, I see.
Usually they also followed by a message saying, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
Right.
I see, Captain Stevie. So because Dave's not here, you've taken over, have you?
Oh, jeez.
So I reworked the A temporal instead.
Now, when I got the Strix deck, I made the mistake of putting 10 milligram Nick salt in it.
Oh,
Put myself flat on my ass.
I bet it did.
Trouble is, I've been using the same liquid with the Wicked deck. No bother. Put it in the Strix. No chance. Just put me flat on my ass.
Getting old, that's what it is.
Although I did. Oh, sorry, Bob. Go on.
Fortunately, I had to go through to Malton on Thursday anyway, so I picked up some 5 milligram.
I did see that e-cig SX Mini are doing a second version of the Pure Max.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Hopefully,
in that.
it might be. Hopefully, it might be actually a little bit more sealed, and the liquid won't piss out through the pods.
I don't know what it is with you. I've never had that problem.
I've never had that problem.
Every pod that I've had, it's pissed out through the bottom and gone all the way down through the device.
I've never had it yet with mine.
What you stick to your little Pico. It's obviously, you like little things in your hand, Stevie.
See, I had the dual.
It makes other things feel gigantic, so by comparison, it makes them feel better.
Yeah.
I had the dual battery Pico. That was a nice one.
It's a good little mod, actually. But I had
Was a good little mod.
I had the Pico years ago with a 22 mil battery on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had one of the Picos when they first came out.
When E-Leaf used to release some quite nice stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They did. They were well made.
Yeah.
But they hardly do anything nowadays. They're still releasing, though, the original little built-in battery mods. They're still making
them. It's the iStick Mini, yeah.
Yeah.
The iStick Micro, the iStick Mini, and another one, I think there is.
A lot of the old companies are still going. Kangatech is still going.
But don't they mainly do OEM stuff now, though?
Yeah.
Manufacture for different.
We know they do a pod kit because some twit from Manchester had one.
Yeah. Well, last October, we had I'd bought a little pod thing from a company called Vape HQ, and that was the exact same as the Vapefly's Manners R pod, just a different window. Took the same pods,
yeah,
just branded, just a different branding on it.
I'm quite happy with stuff like that. I like the Anakin stuff still. I still do.
I like the Anakin mods. I just can't use their Atties.
Well, no, because
I like the mods. I just can't use the Atties.
Yeah, because of being cancelled.
Yeah, because all of them are cancelled.
Just back and rebuildable on it.
I do,
Yeah.
but I've got a couple of mouth to lung tanks that I need to get some coils for.
Just do round wire builds, mate, for mouth to lung.
Mm.
Actually, I've got some stainless coils that I could use in them.
Well, you can't use the wire that's in the coils that's in the Aries Finale because they were cancelled.
It is.
No, I know.
Mm.
That's why I've stuck stainless coils on.
Yeah.
I've got stainless, just a spaced round wire build in here at the minute. So does the job.
But it's like I've got the shift tank that came with this mod. Can't use it because they're cancelled.
Really?
Yep.
It's not the manufacturer that's the problem, Bill. It's you.
I know.
Yeah.
It's you being awkward.
I know.
Do an NI90 build, mouth to lung. There's a
Can I get
challenge.
an NI90 mouth lung Brilliant?
You could.
Yeah, but your ohms would be way lower than what you'd want.
Yeah.
You'd be down at 0.4, 0.5.
It doesn't actually say on the box what they are
No, but it
on the
says on the
VTech
website.
ones.
It says on the website though.
Ah. What about the
stock coils? I always go to the manufacturer's website and find out.
have you checked whether the Vaporesso GTX coils are cancelled?
Two of them are NI80.
I think the shift tank fits the Vaporesso coils.
Yeah, but they're a bit lower resistance than I want for that because I want to use it on a single battery mode.
Well, turn it up.
I'll turn you up in a minute.
Ooh, kinky.
Well,
Oh, dear.
hey, I'm just happy he said turn, not blow, because if he said that, then there's an extra mat in the back of Bill's, apartment somewhere we didn't need to know about.
I just don't worry.
And he's very surprised every time you see him.
Well, we've got to keep the boss happy somehow.
This show's headed downhill quickly again, as usual.
You're welcome.
My noticed Labour have formally put the ban in for disposables.
Yep.
I've already started warning people here it's coming.
And they did it the usual sneaky way by not putting it through as anything to do with vaping.
Yep.
They put it through two separate acts, the Child Protection Act and the Environmental Health.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's tagged onto two separate acts and neither of them are out to do with vaping.
And it would appear all of a sudden certain other reviewers that we have named in the past suddenly have gone, ding, light bulb moment has come on.
Did you realize that? Yeah, I saw it too.
Oh, there's going to be a ban. Well done.
We've only been saying it for 9 months.
William, you're obsessed with Bill in stockings. It's concerning.
Yeah, I definitely don't think William's ready for me in that cloak.
I don't think anybody's ready for you in that cloak, mate. That's the trouble.
Well, the problem is Bill keeps forgetting it's an addition to his outfit. It's not the outfit.
He's been going around Whitby for years, flashing.
What do you mean it's in addition?
He
You
thinks,
how that bloody cloak gets.
he thinks he's being Count Dracula. The police think he's being a
But what he identifies as is the Phantom Raspberry Ripple Blower.
I have not been to old London town for years.
After this show, William, you will probably need an appointment with a therapist. Talking of needing an appointment with a therapist, has anybody seen the what's been going on in London with the right wing white power and all of that, and the anti-fascist anti-Nazi?
No.
All I'll say is go and look on YouTube and you'll see some footage. And some of it is quite comical. What is more comical is that a member of Parliament, an MP for Labour.
Oh, was this the one where the Labour MP smacked someone and then basically had to be pulled off the person because he continued smacking him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
and he is assisting police with the inquiries.
I get if the people get treated badly, right? MPs get treated badly. If somebody assaults an MP, then the MP should be allowed to defend themselves. Yes, that's good. But this bloke was still, while the bloke was lying on the floor, I've seen the video footage, he's still hovering over him, still giving him shit.
Yeah.
And this is meant to be a member of a member of Parliament. And nothing's happening with it. They need to be, he should be prosecuted, and at the very least, he should be thrown out of the Labour Party.
The problem is, you will probably find in a couple of days, he will release a statement saying, I acted in the heat of the moment. I am very apologetic about my actions. Blah, 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 blah.
So if I walk up to Prime Minister Starmer and headbutt him and break his nose, and then afterwards go, oh, sorry, heat of the moment, I didn't mean to do it. Are they going to let me go?
Yeah, no, when Charles gets back from Australia, you'll get a medal.
Possibly. But they wouldn't allow you to get away with it. So, yeah, oh, yes, Lisa, he was definitely pissed, wasn't he? He was definitely pissed, well lubricated, this bloke. So he wasn't in control of his emotions. It wasn't self-defense. It was him being an arsehole. I'd go to prison, Gary, for something like that. I'd sooner go to prison. I would quite happily headbutt Keir Starmer. I'd go and do the time. Oh, he was suspended today. Good. Oh, yeah, I'm sure he'll get away with it. I'm sure he will. With the two-tier policing system that we have in this country.
Mm.
That is what is wrong.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with Tommy Robinson, and I'm not saying I agree with everything that he says, but they arrested him 2 days before the riot, but before these marches in London. He has as much right to being on that march as anybody else.
Yeah.
We're in a real mess, this country.
Mm.
All you'd have to do, Stevie, is pretend you tripped over because of your false leg. You tripped and accidentally headbutted him. Oh,
I'm
it
still
wasn't
getting used
my
to the
fault.
leg.
I must have got it caught on the pavement.
Yeah, but when you then pull the leg off and beat him with it, then you get yourself in a little bit of trouble.
No, I was just trying to get the bend out of it where I tripped.
I was just trying to bend it straight again.
There's always an answer, Tyler.
Oh, I see the man of reason has arrived, Mr. Mike. Oh dear. I'm sure Mike will have something to say on the London marches. Jesus. This country is looking really, really bad. It's going to end up.
It's going to look even worse after Thursday.
Sure.
Mm.
Oh, you had to bring that up, didn't you? Yeah. Let's see what the budget happens.
Mm-hmm.
Well, unfortunately,
How much a litre is going to go on fuel?
Oh, well, it will go up. We know that. But
Well, they're on about putting, instead of doing the pence per mile, putting it on the fuel instead.
yeah, Tommy Robinson was detained under the Terrorist Act. Okay, all right, that's fine. Previous week, Keir Starmer let somebody out of prison who was running a terrorist camp in the UK.
Yeah.
There's something very, very wrong about this. Something very, very wrong, and it's got to the point now where the whole country is pissed off, fed up, and it's dangerous because it's not going to take a lot for this country to go towards like a civil war, and it's going to be a mess. It's going to be bad. I feel sorry for anybody who is a worker, because people who are workers are going to get shafted. That is guaranteed. If he's an enemy of the state, Lee, does that mean that you and I are, after some of the conversations that we've had on this show and on your show? That'll be the next one. I won't be a show this week. Matt's been detained under the Terrorism Act.
Mm.
God, great. I do have a bugbear this week, actually. A ranty one. Alana, Gwendolyn, and Alana's mum, who is also a Gwendolyn, Gwen, decided to go into town on, it was Saturday, yesterday morning. And they were walking through Asda, the three of them. And Alana had gone off to get a trolley. Asda car park, and a woman gets in her car and reverses out. And this is the bit where I'm so pleased I wasn't there. And reverses into my mother-in-law and into my daughter. And then says, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see you." Thinking that, "Oh, sorry, I didn't see you" is an acceptable thing to say after you've reversed into somebody and run them over. That is the point. I'm so pleased I wasn't there, because somebody would have got battered the fuck out of. That's the point where I would have gone. My blood would, just when I was told, my blood went.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Luckily, the only thing that happened was a bit of a bump. Gwendolyn ended up sort of falling over, not hurt, just a little bit of a scrape on her arm, and her mum ended up hurting her knees and her hip because she's had knee replacements, but she's okay. But it's the attitude of people in Asda with the, oh, sorry, I didn't see you, and oh, sorry, I didn't see you is an acceptable thing after you've like nearly run somebody over. Are people really that fucking stupid?
I'd like to say no, but bearing in mind I actually work with the public, unfortunately, yes.
They
People
really
are that fucking stupid.
Yeah.
People are that stupid. And you actually think you're actually losing the plot because people are asking you the most mind-numbingly tedious question because they can't even be asked to walk 3 feet to look at something that is quite easily readable.
Oh, the big sign across the front where the bus is
No,
going.
yeah. Or the likes of they can't even read the timetable because they're so reliant. They're so reliant on the app that's the company app, but because there are services still showing that they're running on the app, but haven't run for the last 2.5, nearly 3 years, but still showing that these timed services are running on the app, we're the ones that get the grief because, oh, what happened to the 5 past such and such? There is no 5 past such and such. It hasn't run for nearly 3 years, but it says on the app. Yes, it might say on the app, but the timetable's right there. Can't you get up off your ass and fucking look at it? Or words to that effect.
You mean as they're sat there like that going?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Or the other one, right? And you'll probably get this more than I will, Craig. You're driving along, or any of you guys that drive. You're driving along. Like we've got a dual carriageway in Enniskillen. You know, normal dual carriageway with crossings going across. And you get people, and they all just walk across the crossing, whether it is red or green. They'll walk across the crossing with 2 lanes of traffic coming towards them, going, "Oh, walk across." And I don't think that it's even registered in their head that they've actually crossed a road in front of cars. I actually watched a woman do it the other day with a pushchair while she was doing it on her phone in front of a fucking lorry. And the look on this lorry driver's face, I mean, he was trying to pull up, fully loaded, and you could see he was thinking, oh, fuck, you know, I'm not going to get this stopped. Luckily, he did. But it probably within 4 or 5 feet.
But then the thing is, you give them a toot in your horn, they turn round and fire a barrage of abuse when they can't even make sure that they're responsible for their own safety as well.
Yeah, but so it comes down to us as drivers.
Yeah,
we have to look on people as idiots.
Yeah, that's why they put in the Pedestrian Right of Way Act. Because people walking now are so wrapped up in the phones, they are idiots.
I've just got this vision of somebody being run over, lying in the middle of the road with both legs broken and typing on their phone their new Facebook update. Got run over on dual carriageway, dying in road.
Please send help.
Retard.
Please send help.
I get to a point when I'm driving, I just get to a point where it's like, you know what? If you're going to be that fucking stupid, why should I save your life?
We used to have a spate of some dickhead idiot. If the bus was pulling out, they would walk into the middle of the road, you'd have to stop, and they'd lay down in front of the bus.
Bill, stop doing
And
it.
then you proceed to go forward over them.
But
I didn't go over them. I put the nose over the front of them and then lowered the front of the
and then
bus.
lowered the suspension.
Yes.
Now, when those ones used to lower, the air would also come out the front. So they'd get a dose of the dirty, filthy air from the tanks
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, Gary, don't even get me started on cyclists.
No.
We get round here, and
I'd
I
also
reckon
like.
Craig and Bill will know this one. You get the people that come from the big towns, and they come down in their usually an Audi estate or a BMW estate, and they've
Yeah, I
got
don't know
their
where the fuck
racing
they're going.
bike on the back of the car, and it's usually a middle-aged bloke who shouldn't wear lycra, but for some reason wears lycra, right? And they go out as this fucking group. There's usually about 10 or 12 of them, and they're fucking. And they cycle round in like this pack. Well, they did it on the back roads round here a while ago. And I'm coming round there, and I don't hang about on the back roads around here. Never do. Like Bill doesn't round, because I know the roads.
Yeah.
I'm coming round the corner, and they were on the wrong side of the road. Yeah, it nearly ended up as Skittles. There was push bikes going everywhere. Two of them ended up down a ditch. And then they were shouting abuse at me. So I stopped the car and I said, look, you're meant to be on your side of the road, first thing. You're meant to be in single file. That's in the highway code. I said, stop riding like arseholes. But cyclists, like these militant cyclists, I guarantee your neck of the wood they will, Craig.
Yeah, but don't you also find that these might be gentlemen that are maybe having their midlife crisis as well, thinking, I really need to sort something out. I need to, fuck it, I'll spend $2,000 on a lovely, very light bike.
Yeah.
I will purchase this $2,000 bike, but not only that, I will also buy a headlight for it.
Oh,
it's a single headlight that looks like a fucking motorbike headlight.
And
so
then
you
they
think
don't
so
have
you
it on
think,
permanent. They have it flashing.
Or they have it on the brightest setting possible. So you're in a 38-foot vehicle thinking a motorbike is going to go past you. So you're going nice and slowly, and they're still going nice and slowly. Meanwhile, the light is getting reflected off your mirror right into your fucking face. Sorry. And you're thinking, is this a motorbike? Is this a motorbike? Is it going to pass me? Come on, pass me. Bloody hell. And then they pass you and you think, oh, it's some fucking idiot on a bike.
You know
because they've gone to the likes of Halfords. Either that or they're cycling with no lights on. They're wearing all black with no... Breathe.
Yeah, breathe. Breathe.
Breathe.
Oh, just wait, Craig. They have now, across the whole city here, released these electric scooters. They're everywhere. All you have to do is take your phone out, hook up to the app, and pay on your card, and you can use the scooter for however many miles.
Oh wait,
So
they have that in. They have a similar thing in Liverpool, but this is great.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I've got nothing against Liverpool.
But you got these idiots flying around through the streets on these little scooters, almost getting you know red lights, green lights, doesn't matter.
Liverpool's great. Right? This is brilliant. Liverpool is kind of, if you're UK based, and I'm not slagging everyone off to Liverpool because there's people like Jenny Sin, comes from Liverpool, lovely girl, absolutely awesome, wicked person, and her brother, same wicked, awesome people. There is another element in Liverpool, the Scousers, the thieving little bastards. Okay. Now, what Liverpool Council have done is they've got these scooters.
Minimum, Steve, minimum.
And they decided you can hire these scooters out to go around Liverpool. Awesome talk, awesome, brilliant idea. The fact that in the highway code in the UK, those scooters are illegal to be used on a public highway or a path. That's the first thing. The second thing is, all the little Scouse bastards who are doing the robbing around Liverpool are now going and hiring a scooter, then going out and stealing stuff from the town and doing the getaway on the scooter that they've just hired off the council.
But not only that, they're also going round doing all the drug deals, zipping from house to house, dropping the deals off to people as well.
Oh, I've got nothing against people from Liverpool. Don't take me the wrong way, Gary. I haven't. I know a few people in Liverpool, and they're really nice. Some of the Scousers, some Liverpool people, absolutely wicked, great people. But like anywhere, there's an element of bad people, like everywhere in the world. But cyclists, a lot of them, I'm afraid, deserve to be knocked off. They really do. I mean, why the fuck would you look at a bus and think, a bus, I've got an idea. I'll challenge a bus to a head-on collision. That's a good idea. No, it's going to hurt. And on top of that, the poor old bus driver has then got to be tied up in all the legal stuff of saying, what did this cyclist do? And the first thing that the police do is breathalyze you as a driver. Were you at fault? No.
I think they also now start doing drug swipes as well.
Yeah.
As well.
I mean, a lot of your buses have the camera systems to monitor not only your driving, but other people's as well, don't they?
Not necessarily other people's, but they do have the cameras on them. Some of our newer buses actually also have the voice recording as well.
I mean, there's been cases, and I'll tell you another one that's just as bad, and I feel sorry for anybody walking around cities, is some people who are in mobility scooters. Because some people who drive mobility scooters seem to think that a mobility scooter is a Sherman tank. They really do. They're old people. I'm going to that shop. I don't give a fuck whether you're in the way or not. I'm just going to drive into you.
I can also testify that they are not Sherman tanks. They do nearly tip when you hit them, when they zip in front of you as you're pulling away from traffic lights, when it changes to you for green. As this person decides to zip across in front, I haven't noticed this person zipping across. The other person on the left noticed them as I'm sat in front of a bus at the bus station. Yeah.
That's gotta be like 5,000 points for hitting one of them.
Didn't tip him over, but it was bloody close.
Damn.
And of course, he's like, "Oh, that's my fault. That's my fault." So I even gave him money for a taxi to help for him to get home, and the old bastard still claimed 12 grand. That claim was on my insurance.
12 grand.
Yeah, something like that.
Is he's fucking
because obviously, yeah, because I had all the statements, all that sort of thing. Spoke to colleagues. Yeah, he's gone across. when it was my light. But then because I hit him, he still won it. He got about 12 or
Yes,
15
you
grand.
wouldn't have hit him if he wasn't in the fucking way.
Yeah.
Right.
This,
He even caused a little bit of front bumper damage to the car as well.
yes,
That's why I've now got a dash cam since that incident.
We know your scooter's a pirate ship. You wait till I get a scooter.
It is a pirate ship, yeah.
I'm going to have my scooter done up as HMS Trafalgar. We're going to have a battle down the main corridor at Expo.
RMS Titanic.
What's when you both fire broadsides?
Oh, it'll be hilarious. We'll probably not us two. We'll both get lobbed out. You parents, what? Get out. The thing is, Gary, you shouldn't need a dash cam. The problem here lies with the fact that the legal system and solicitors have decided to take on the American system of, oh, look, you can sue anybody for anything.
Mm-hmm.
You trip over something and it's your fault and you were being a dozy twat. Oh, I know, I can sue. Oh, I fell off the bus because I was drunk. Well, I'm going to sue the bus driver. And you would probably get a claim.
And then the bus driver's called in for an investigation for something that's been totally out of their control, has the extra stress and hassle thinking, oh, am I in the shit here?
Yeah. Is this my job gone?
Yeah. Is this my problem? Have I been slightly too far away from the curb than normal? Have I had to be too far away from the curb because the person stood right at the door, blocking the door that I can't see out of, so that I can pull in, so that I can pull nice and close to the curb?
That's it.
It's ridiculous. It really is. You'll get scurvy, dog. Fucking cheeky twat.
Yeah, Steve, we know that's because you'll just take your leg off and hit him with it.
Get twatted around the back of the head by his fucking false leg. That's all right. You do that, I'm suing you. And no, I'm going to sue the NHS for giving you the leg to hit me with. Yeah. Honestly, it's got ridiculous. Just crazy.
Lovely.
Always like,
there she blows. There she blows.
It's like the other one though with the mobility scooters. They're supposed to have a 3 mile an hour limiter on them.
They should do. Yeah. Just don't walk past any naked flames, Lisa.
That's true.
I know a lot of people who've had scooters that'll do 8 and 12 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Oh, the best I saw one the other day, somebody on a scooter was going uphill and they must have lost battery power. Because all you see is a cop sitting behind him with his lights on, trying to keep traffic from hitting the guy.
You wait while you start back on proper food, Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
Your stomach getting used to proper food again. Then you will.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, this is why, Gary, the insurance is so high for cars and motorbikes and so on. And obviously the bus companies. It's because everybody is suing them for the most ridiculous reason. If a bus driver does something stupid and there is a bad accident and it's justifiable, okay, yep, right, fine. But this culture came in from America, and we all know America. You can sue anybody for anything.
Well, we've talked about it before. Remember, there was a guy who sued somebody because he broke into their house while they were on vacation and got hurt, and he won the case.
Yeah, I've read cases like some bloke went to a McDonald's and he got a cup of coffee with hot liquid on the side, spilt it on himself, burnt himself, and then sued McDonald's.
25 grand right there.
Who was the twat who spilt it? This is what they should be saying. Look, dickhead, if you hadn't spilt it, you wouldn't have burnt yourself. Case thrown out.
I didn't think McDonald's gave coffee that was hot enough to burn.
They certainly don't give coffee that tastes like coffee.
Yeah.
That's true. Very true.
I don't know. You get coffee from McDonald's in America, it's like lava hot.
Yeah,
My
but if
sister
you
got
want,
scalded years ago.
yeah, but if you want something that's actually lava hot, just get a McDonald's apple pie.
Yes.
Yes.
How they managed to get the middle that hot, I will never know.
I love McDonald's apple pies. I do.
Or a steak bake from Greg's that's just come out the oven.
Oh, you just reminded me of something then. I had one of those years ago and bit into it. I was driving, bit into it, and burnt my top of my fucking lip. Oh, fuck me. Yeah.
Now, best one I did, one of those McDonald's apple pies, 2 hours after I'd bought it, I thought I should be cool now and bit into it. Some of it dropped on the laces of my trainers and it melted the trainer. 2 hours.
Jesus.
Damn.
2 hours and it melted the bloody trainer.
So here's a top tip for you. If you need to do an attack on a member of the public, simply go and buy a McDonald's apple pie and throw it at them.
The new napalm.
Jesus.
That's basically what it is.
It bloody is.
Insurance prices, Gary, have always been high. They've just got worse and worse over the years. They're never, ever going to go down. Insurance companies and banks are the two biggest rip-offs in the world. And most insurance companies are owned by big banks.
Yeah.
God forbid you have a tiny little bump in your car, you're fucked.
I'll say you look into most of the insurance companies though, and there's hundreds, and you find they're all owned by 3 companies.
Yeah. And it all goes through Lloyd's of London anyway.
A lot of it does, yeah.
Especially any big business insurance does.
Business insurance definitely does. But your car insurance, there are literally hundreds of companies and policies and what have you. But there's only 3 actual companies underwriting it all.
Yes, even in Ireland, mate, a lot of the insurance companies in the world actually go through Lloyd's of London.
Yeah.
Lloyd's of London do insurance for corporate big businesses, like housing and property insurance, car and all of that. They also do it for shipping, containers, ships, cruise ships. The amount of money that Lloyd's of London handle is unbelievable. You've only got a bit.
If somebody rings the bell in Lloyd's in London, worry.
Yeah.
Because that means it's costing somebody a lot of money.
I've been in that bit. I've been in Lloyd's of London. been in the building.
Yeah.
Hell of a building. It's an amazing building.
Yeah. But if somebody rings that bell, that means that there is a major cargo ship of some form has crashed and caused environmental damage and all the rest of it.
Mm.
And it's basically a warning. But all of the signatures to Lloyd's then lose the bonuses because that all gets paid out.
Yep.
Mm.
Yes, people. Adventures with Lisa and Lee, or Lee and Lisa, I should say, their channel. They've done one on Barnsley, on sort of the haunted parts of round Barnsley, up earlier. Yeah, go and watch it, guys. It's worth a watch. It's good.
I was going to say half of the people of Barnsley look haunted anyway.
Well, of course it will, Stevie. It's because Jasper is a dangerous dog.
Mm.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Fucking my ass.
Just imagine what it is for the pit bulls over here.
Yeah, but they're trying to class all of the bull breeds in this country like American pit bull.
Which is ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Been trying to do that for years.
Yeah.
Well, they've actually managed it now, haven't they?
Pretty much, yeah. Even though most of if you look through the dangerous dog list, one of the most dangerous dogs you can actually own is not what you think. For attacks,
Oh, no.
one of the worst dogs is Dalmatians.
I mean, shoot, I was bit in the face twice as a kid by a black lab.
I hate Dalmatians. I hate them. They're skitty fuckers.
But another one that's bad for biting people, the little dogs, Yorkshire Terriers, things like that.
Yorkies,
Chihuahuas. Yeah.
Chihuahuas. Pugs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, pugs are terrible. Not as in the Saturday Live show, by the way. I'm not sure whether pugs has bitten anybody, but you know,
probably has.
Possibly.
Yeah. If you're at Expo and you have something hanging off your ankle, it might be pugs. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, border collies can be funny fuckers. I've had a lot of so-called dangerous dogs. I've had Staffies, I've had Rottweilers, I've had Akitas, Japanese and American. My first wife, we used to breed Akitas. Brilliant dogs. They were great with the kids. No issues whatsoever.
So you know my friend Nine.
Yeah.
She's got a Staffy cross. Softest dog you'll ever meet. The worst it'll do is it'll hug your leg.
Mm.
She's been reported by her neighbour 3 times to the police for having a dangerous dog.
No, it's just being a petty fuck. Well, we know she is. Well, we know that her neighbour is, but
yeah.
Gary, classic insurance doesn't come in till a lot older.
Yeah, I think 25.
The police actually know the dog because she takes it out with her because she does street angeling, and she actually takes the dog with her. And the police, all of them in the area, know the dog. So normally after they finish laughing,
most dogs like bullies and bully XLs and all of that, like Jasper, they're defensive over their owners. Yes.
Yeah.
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 But they're soft as shit. The worst thing
they're not aggressive though.
The worst thing you're likely to get with Jasper is slobbered. That's what's going to happen. He's going to jump on you and slobber because he wants fussing. It is, Stevie. We've talked about this before, Steve, and it is. It's how you treat them. And Jasper is one of those dogs. He's one of them dogs. I mean, he's getting on in years now, bless him.
Mm.
And yes, he'll stick up for you and your better half. Obviously, of course he will. But that's natural because he's just defending you guys.
That's it. Gary, the answer to your question is just about any car. It's only when they hit 25 that they generally have to go into a classic insurance.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my car's 22 years old. Still on normal car insurance. It's a 2002 Honda Civic. Brilliant car. Never let me down. I've had it, 6 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had it 6 years. It's never let me down.
I thought being from the south anyway, Gary, you'd end up with like a Toyota or something because most people in the south seem to drive Toyotas. Don't know what it is. Everybody from the south drives a Toyota. They're terrible for it.
Hey,
But
if I could get my Ford Ranger back, I would.
Yeah. But Gary, a Civic up to the Mark 7, can't fault them. It was the Mark 8s where they got fat.
Yeah.
I think they ruined
If I could get my Mark II Orion back, I would.
Yeah, the car I'd get.
I love that car.
The one I want back is my Mark II Escort, which I found out a couple of years after getting it had the full rally pack suspension on. Standard looking car, and it was badged as just an L. And then MOT at a different test, and he goes, "You realise that's got a full rally pack on it?" It's like, what?
What, Mike? Why do you want? Mike, what the fuck are you going to do with an F350 in Wimbledon? Apart from it'll be handy when you need to pick the wombles up. I'm sure Mike is one of the wombles, you know.
That's a big ass truck.
Mike's a big ass bloke. Mike cruising around with the wombles in tow.
Yeah, Gary, the Mark 6 and the Mark 7, they're both nice cars. But the 1400 Mark 7 had the best engine.
Get yourself a Mercedes 190E diesel, not turbo diesel, a 190E diesel.
And then go down to McDonald's.
No, because I'll tell you what, those 190E diesels were indestructible. They are fucking literally. I better be careful what I say. I was going to say bomb-proof, but saying that in the south of Ireland and the north, that could. Anyway,
and they'll run on chip oil.
And they run on chip oil, yeah. You could get yourself the dog collar. You could get yourself an old Rover, Gary. You could look like Father Ted.
That's it. Gary, that's what I've got the Mark 7 Civic hatch. Can't fault it.
Oh, the Escort, the Harrier, that was a cracking car.
No, I like that Harrier. It was lovely looking. Mark 5 Escort, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's why I've gone for what I've gone for now, Mike. It's SUV, so it's higher. It's better for me. getting in and out of with my spine. Much better, much easier to drive.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm thinking of next time is something a bit taller. For the same reasons.
Do you want me to buy you some steps so you can get in? Just one, okay. Okay, I'll have a look on Temu.
No, just get me the ramp. Just get me some of those ramps on Temu.
Yeah. 300 euros for the fucking insurance. Or for the tax. Fucking hell.
That's
the south.
I'll say that's double what I pay.
The south gets well and truly shafted on tax.
Sounds like it, yeah.
The reason I say the 190E diesel is I remember a mate of mine owned Scrapyard. And he had a 190E come in and we were trying to scrap it, right? And I was hitting this thing with a sledgehammer. And I swear that it nearly broke the sledgehammer before the car. I don't know what they made those old Mercs out of, but they were nearly indestructible.
Matt, do you remember the Bulldog Bash where they got the Volvo 240 estate to put through the letterbox?
Yes, I do. I remember that well.
Yeah, we finished up with angle grinders and chainsaws to try and smash that bloody thing up. And still couldn't do it. They're tough buggers, them.
I do remember one of my incidents when I was younger. I'm not particularly proud of this. I had a woman in a Metro pull out on me. And she pulled out on me and nearly took me off a bike. And I fucking lost it. And I went after her. And she pulled over. And then she tried driving off while my bike was in front of her car. And I lost my fucking temper and punched the bonnet. And the bonnet ended up on top of the rocker cover. It actually wrote the Metro off. I only punched it once. It doesn't say a lot about Metros.
Master, I put my crash helmet through a 240 saloon windscreen.
Well, don't blame me.
Yeah, well, he riding in Scarborough, and there's a little roundabout at bottom of hill, and this twat in the Volvo just paid no attention whatsoever to me on motorbike, slammed me into the wall on the island.
Yep.
So I picked my son up and followed him. And as he pulled up on North Marine Drive, I just took my helmet off and put it through the windscreen. I said, it's obvious you don't need to use it because you're not looking through it.
You ever notice when you have somebody, and anybody who is a motorbiker, right, and Lee will appreciate this one, you always end up with the same reply when you actually stop people who've done stupid things and pulled out on you. You stop them and say to them, what the fuck do you think you're doing? And you end up with this reply from a dumbass look in the car. Oh, sorry, mate, I didn't see you. With that fucking dumbass look on their face, like they haven't got a clue what's going on in the world. And that just makes me want to punch them even more. And Stevie, that bit of extra ride height makes a lot of difference when you've got spinal problems. Because it makes it just that bit easier to get in and out. You're not putting so much strain on your spine.
Yeah, we've got the standard Scenic.
They're very comfortable, the Scenics.
Oh, yeah. I think the added bonus is actually 20 quid a year. The added bonus is also 20 quid a year road tax. On mine.
That's not bad.
and a good 57 mile of the gallon on a level up the Birmingham back.
And the fact that he's nicking the diesel from work.
It's all Cameron. It's all Cameron.
Oh, mate, he'd never get away with that like he used to years ago.
God, no. See, they used to use a different coloured diesel many moons ago. I think I think it was a green coloured, green dyed diesel.
Well, you had commercial. You had red, which was obviously farm use.
Agricultural, yeah.
Then you had, I think, green was commercial use, which was like lorries and buses. And I think the car diesel, back then was yellow. I remember right.
I believe they changed to a normal sort of coloured diesel.
The south of Ireland.
Miraculously, a couple of thousand litres went missing, I believe.
The south of Ireland, I think half of the vehicles in the south, especially the more rural areas, shall we say, maybe still running on red diesel here.
There might be a slight red tint, more of a pinky hue.
There's a few of the farmers do it.
More of a pinky hue.
You look at the Land Rover, you think, fuck me, that's coughing out a bit of black. You cheeky bastard, you're on red diesel. The trouble is, Renault, Peugeot, hold on, let's get this right. Renault, Peugeot, Vauxhall,
Citroen,
and Citroen are all owned by the same group. They're all owned by a group called PSG.
That's why there's only 2 floor pans between all the models.
Yep.
I mean, that was what killed Saab, wasn't it? Because they stuck the Saab on the Vauxhall floor pan.
Yep. Nowadays, most of the Vauxhall, Peugeot, all of their vehicles share the floor pan. All of them.
Yeah.
I just hope Vauxhall are doing the electrics.
Oh, don't you like Citroen electrics?
Years ago, I'm on about.
Turn on the headlights and your wipers go.
I never had any problem. I never had any problems with my electrics and my two Picassos.
That was probably because it's a newer vehicle. I'm on about going back to the old days.
Yeah.
The Citroen 2CV that you could start with a fork.
Yeah.
And I did that I used to do that quite a few times. We used to go to a rather rural pub years ago, and there's a teacher who had a 2CV, and I used to leave the bike and nick this 2CV, drive back home in it, and dump it around the corner. I always dumped it in the same place so they knew where it was, so the person could get it back. God, I was a bastard when I was young.
So my Mark II Escort, the
yes, Stevie, that was classic.
Driver's lock was shot. I pulled up and I locked my keys in the ignition. Walked across the road into the police station where I was. He goes, "Can I borrow a teaspoon?" He goes, "What?" I just need a teaspoon. What for? Well, I need to get my keys out of my car. I had 3 coppers come out. It's like, we've got to see this. Sticks the handle of the teaspoon in the lock, turns it, and goes, "Cheers," and got my keys back. These coppers are like, what the hell?
I tell you what, Stevie, Dacia sell a lot of cars over here in Ireland.
Renault, yeah. Most of them are actually being sold out of Renault showrooms. Yeah.
It's like the one that always made me laugh was the old Skoda Estelle. They reckoned was the second hardest car in the UK to break into because it actually had proper barrel locks,
Yeah.
not shielded barrel locks.
I used to like the old days of the old Granadas and stuff. When all you needed to get into a Granada was half a tennis ball.
Oh, when they changed to from a normal key to that straight one that
Half a tennis ball, stick it against the lock, open the door. And I don't think Ford in America are much better, to be perfectly honest. Ford, I liked old Fords. I like the old Fords, but never been a fan of modern Fords.
Let's say I think it's Ford, all their passenger vans that they sell. I think those have the same format key for almost every single vehicle.
Yeah.
To where the cut's almost the same for every one.
It's called a screwdriver.
Yeah, you just need the right posi drive. I think it was a one posi, wasn't it?
Yeah. Gary, you cannot afford a Mark 1 Escort. I promise you cannot afford a Mark 1 Escort. You'd be better off going buying a brand new car for the price that you would pay for a Mark 1 Escort. A Mark 1 Escort nowadays, if you're on about one of the old BDAs, anywhere between 75 and £150,000 easily. It's crazy because we used to get rid of those fucking, we used to scrap them years ago because we just didn't want them. And Caprice, looking back on it. I wasn't impressed with the Focus. I don't know. Everybody goes on about how good the Focuses were, but I suppose it's what you enjoy driving. And for me, nah.
No, Mike, I agree with you on that one because my car has that push button start shit, and it was the weirdest thing getting used to because there's no actual key. There's not, it's all that wireless bullshit.
It's when you get in with the key fob and spend half an hour looking for where you put the key fob.
And there's just a little touch button.
Yeah.
And then you press start.
Early 2000s, fucking hell, Gary. You can tell you're a youngster. I can remember the Mark 1 Golf coming out. Shit, I just realised how old that makes me. 1976, 77, that was.
Yeah.
Thought it was 78.
No, it was 77.
76 in Germany, 77 in the rest of Europe.
I must admit, I did like the Volkswagen Jet, the looks of the Volkswagen Jetta. There was a neighbour that.
Oh, we've got a baby.
Well, Gary, yeah, he's a baby. Yeah, he's only 29. He's a wee nipper. He thinks Windows 10 is old.
I remember working with DOS 3.0.
No comment.
Windows 94.
XP, Service Pack 3, 64-bit. That was the best one.
Minesweeper and Solitaire.
The best one was Vista. Vista just had a step above everybody. Don't you know?
Vista was a pile of steaming.
Oh yeah.
Stevie, I shall have to dig it out, but I owned 2 Sierra Cosworths years ago. I had to get rid of my second one because it was at the time where the Escort Cosworth had come out, which I hate. I had a Sapphire 2-wheel drive Cosworth and I had a Sapphire 4x4 Cosworth, and I had to get rid of my 4x4 because the Escort Cosworth had come out and they were being stolen like fuck, and the insurance prices were going to the point of it was getting to a point where they were nearly as much as the car. Yeah, it wasn't unusual for people in London to be paying £20,000 a year insurance on them.
Jesus. I know that when I hadn't got my Mark II Orion, which was the 1.6 injection gear, they wouldn't. The insurance company I had at the time would insure me unless I put an immobilizer on it. And this was 2006 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I changed insurance companies.
They were nice. They were nice, but when you look at the price of one now, a nice one sold, and I think it was actually in Ireland. One sold a few months ago for £500,000.
Yeah, because we were looking at that. We actually were looking at that one, weren't we, Matt?
It was mint. It was absolutely immaculate.
Yeah, there's an old boy down our road that's got a 92 Sierra.
That'd be on a G reg then.
G plate, I think it is.
Yeah.
G reg.
Oh, I miss those cars.
I used to like Sierra.
They were quick. They were quick as well.
Might contemplate offering them some money for it once everything's done with it. Possibly.
It probably won't sell it.
Probably not. Probably not.
The price they're going for nowadays is ridiculous. It really is. Some of the cars that we had back in the 90s are just going nuts.
So I remember back in the 90s, I picked up a Lada for 150 quid, took it down to Hull Docks, and sold it for 500 the following day.
Yeah, because they wanted them all back.
Yeah. Russia wanted all of the cars back.
Yeah, they could have them.
Like I said, I paid 150 and sold it for 5.
I don't know what's going on there, Stevie, because the price went to a stupid level on the Cosworth. And I think it went too high. I think it just went stupid. And I think the market got flooded. Everybody saw it, and their cars that they'd been keeping, they suddenly thought, "Oh, I can make a lot of money here," and they flooded the market. Compared to today's cars, Sierra Cosworths are not that fast. I mean, it's still 150 mile an hour car standard, but they're not.
Yeah, but they still look good though.
Yes, they do, and they're very comfortable. And
we
I would have
someone in a Saab 900 turbo, white one, on coming back from Birmingham.
Yeah, I had the Saab 9.3. That was comfortable, beautiful to drive.
I must admit, I drive a new car, but I don't particularly like new cars. It's a means to an end.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
I found out something useful about the Saab 9.3 when I had a broken foot. You can actually drive it on the cruise control.
Yeah?
Yeah, because you can accelerate on it and you can engine brake with it. If you press and hold the speed controller away from you, it'll brake and it'll drop down in 5 mile an hour steps really quickly.
Yeah. No, Gary, you're spot on there. They don't have any character. Modern cars have no character.
Yeah.
Even if you go to like Porsches and Ferraris and Lamborghinis, none of the modern ones have as much character as the old cars.
No.
I mean, all the newer, more modern cars nowadays, like the Toyotas, the Audis, all that sort of thing, they look all the same, just with a different badge on them.
Oh, they do.
The greatest Audis were back in like the 80s and 90s. Were like Audi Coupe, the Audi 80, the Audi 90s, the Quattro S1, S2s, that era. Audis now are just driven by bell ends, guaranteed. BMW, greatest BMWs, were the original 3 Series BMW M3s.
Aye, the 320i.
Lovely cars, beautiful cars.
Which I got rid of to and purchased the Orion.
I thought he was going to say to get married. I was going to say you should have kept
No, I don't. It wasn't firing right and all that. There was a definite. It definitely wasn't firing right because I think the head was going. Because cold mornings there was some lovely white smoke coming from it. I think the head was gone.
I think, to be honest with you, Stevie, the classic car market, I just don't think, because the classic car market is a hobby and people just haven't got the money anymore to own classic cars.
Let alone afford to run two if they've got a classic car and a normal car.
Well, you've got to have an everyday car, haven't you, for reliability and because if you've got a classic car, you don't want to be driving around a classic and putting loads and loads and loads of miles on it and risking it getting scratched and stuff. Your modern shitbox, you don't care about, really.
No. Thing is, you get classic car insurance, you get a 2,000 mile a year limit, but you only pay 150 quid for it.
But when I get my Jensen Interceptor FF, I shall not be able to afford to do more than 2,000 miles a year.
No. This is very, very true.
The chances of me getting a Jensen Interceptor are nil to fucking no chance.
It's like I would love to get one of the a classic Jag. Not a chance. Not a
yeah.
It would also be too low for you as well, Bill. Because you'd struggle getting in and out. I'm sure you'd cope.
I'd manage to drive one of those.
He wants an Audi R8. Like I said, it's all very well getting into it and driving it, Bill, but you're going to have to live in it because you'll never get out of it.
No, the R8's not so bad. The one I want is the Gallardo. The trouble, which is
just fall out of it sideways.
Which is the Audi R8, but 10 inches shorter.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem with you.
Fuck off. I couldn't get over that step. out of all the Lambos, that was my absolute favourite car. Is that the Gallardo?
It's all right, but I prefer older Lamborghinis, to be honest. I'm stuck in the old stuff.
Thing was, the Gallardo was the first Lambo you could live with daily. Bit thirsty. 8 miles to the gallon.
Yeah.
I still, even though it's not a great car, it doesn't handle very well. I love the Countach LP400 or LP5000 FQV. I also love the Miura.
Oh, the Miura.
As the asking price for one of those now is anywhere between 2.5 and £5 million. Can't see me getting one of them either somehow.
No. Even if you win the Irish lottery.
Well, that's only £3.50.
Precisely.
£3.50 in a bag of tea bags.
More luck with the Nigerian lottery.
There is a pigeon in your bank account. And I'm not even getting started on the bike thing because there's so many bikes I'd buy. So, God. I could go through £1 million quite quickly.
Yes, but bearing in mind, would you go more for a trike nowadays?
Nope. No. I could still get on a bike. I could still ride a bike. I'm not saying it wouldn't be a good idea.
Right.
But it's a matter I'd have to have another bike. I'm not a big fan of trikes. Never have been. I don't think trikes are stable.
Mm-hmm.
And I've built a few trikes for people over the years. I mean, they're all right if that's what you're into. A bit like Harleys. Here we go with the wind Mike up because Mike's a Harley fan. I just don't like Harleys. I hate the whole Harley thing that they've never moved on. They've never ever advanced technology. They're like Massey Ferguson. They're just so agricultural in their build. God forbid if you take a Harley out in the rain. Oh my God. Yeah. Everything falls off. You get back and the exhaust has dropped off because of the rust. And Harleys are so overpriced.
Yeah. Steve,
Well, yeah.
The Audi R8 is the Gallardo engine. And if you look at it, it's actually the same styling. They've literally just stretched it height-wise.
I do like the RS6, Steve. I must admit, I do like the RS6.
Yeah.
I could have an RS6 quite easily. And those don't go for a lot of money, the RS6s. You can pick an RS6 up for under 20,000. Quite easily. Meanwhile, in America,
step back 2 generations, you're still in a Ford truck.
Well, we heard
from the 1950s.
Tyler wants an F-150.
No, I want my Ranger back. It's smaller than the F-150s, but I'll tell you what, that was the best vehicle I've ever had. It was the most reliable. It was the easiest to work on.
They had to be.
Honestly, they said it was reliable when I had mine. Given mine was a little bit different, though. It wasn't standard.
He could get all of the barrels in the back for when he was transporting things to and from the what do you call it? The shed on the hill where they brew stuff.
Yeah, went straight to the pharmacy.
If anybody watches this, we're going to get ad up on YouTube for promoting moonshine or something.
Hmm.
Right.
1.6, Gary. It's difficult because insurance doesn't necessarily go on the size of an engine. It goes on the cost of repairs of that vehicle.
Mhm.
It's very difficult to say what size of engine would be best because it comes down to obviously where you live. It comes down to what
Car
the
size
crime
as
rate-
well.
Gary,
Yeah.
if you're worried about that, consider this. A 1.8 Volvo 440 SE costs less to insure than a Subaru Justy 1.3.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
And on that note, I am going to have a quick Dave break, even though we are coming up to the time. So it's a Dave break.
Because
Mhm.
I had an accident and wrote off Subaru Justy the week before my insurance renewal, and I thought, oh God, this is going to put up me in premiums. Lost 3 years no claims discount. Bought a Volvo, phoned the insurance company, and they quoted me less than my previous year's insurance premium. I said, but I've just lost 3 years no claims. And they go, yeah. I've just had an accident. Yeah, it's a Volvo. That's all they would say to me was, but it's a Volvo.
Mm.
And my insurance premiums dropped by about a third over the previous year, not the renewal. That thing cost virtually nothing to insure. It's about 120 quid a year to insure it. And it wasn't too slow either, because it'd do 130. I actually had 140 out of it.
Hey, I was just thinking about something else while I was in the bathroom. Gary's worrying about insurance. When we started driving, maybe this was just me, I was thinking about other things that motor vehicle might be used for.
Funnily enough, so did I. That was my main concern.
Like, does it have a comfortable interior? A comfortable rear seat? Plenty of room? You're getting where I'm going with this, Gary.
Does the passenger seat recline all the way?
And a word of advice: if you ever get a bird in the car who's got high heels, make sure you get her to take them off. Because one of my Capris had fucking high heel imprints on the fucking ceiling till the day I died. I'm hoping Alana is still asleep. Otherwise, I've just dropped myself in shit here.
No, you haven't. Before you met Alana.
It doesn't mean I won't get a slap.
That's true. You probably deserve one anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
It's really difficult because looking back on all the cars and bikes I've owned and somebody who's just starting driving, it's really difficult to... Because what I judge would be an ideal car and insurance for somebody just starting.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just starting driving, 3 tricks for your insurance. 1, get several quotes in advance.
Yeah.
The second one, volunteer between £250 and £500 excess. Because I've seen that have a new driver's policy to the point where you go, I can still have friend of mine. I got him to volunteer 500 quid, and I said it dropped his insurance premiums by £1,500. And I said, there you go. You can have 3 accidents and still be in pocket.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I don't know that.
It's all little things.
Exactly, Mike's just fucking very good. Do not, Gary. I know exactly where Mike's going with this. Do not get dragged into the local Vauxhall or whoever dealership says 0% finance, blah 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 blah. We pay the insurance, blah blah, and all the rest of it. And you go and get their cheap car, brand new, it's brand new to you, yeah. And you get ripped off on the finance. You're better off going and getting something that's, even if it's 10 years old. All right. Yeah. I mean, I started with a car that when I started driving, it cost me 75 quid, for fuck's sake. So, all right, it was a shitty, but it got me driving. That got me insurance started. And then 6 months later, I actually did crash that car. But anyway, moving on. You move on and you get something a bit better. It's better doing it that way than taking out finance. As soon as you go down that finance route, you're fucked.
Well, it's like a lass I used to work with. For her 18th birthday, Daddy bought her a brand new car, and I said, "Can you insure it fully comp?" And she goes, "No, it's all right. I'll just do it third party, fire and theft." 3 months later, she went off the road and took out a straight lamp. So it cost her the car £10,000 for the straight lamp, 6 points on a driving license, and she couldn't get insurance. And because she was third party, she didn't have a car.
No. Yeah, very true, Mike. You good. Yeah, that's some really good advice, Mike. You're spot on, mate. You're better off having something that, your mates might say, fucking hell, why have you got a car that's an old banger? It's like X years old. Yeah, but I've not got finance on it. I bought it. It's my car. You know, even if you have to maybe borrow the money from your dad or family or you have to save it up however you decide to do it. At least you can walk away going, I own that. That's mine.
There's another thing to consider as well. 30% of all male new drivers write off their first car. And that's not saying that everybody's a bad driver or anything. That is just a statistical fact.
I put my Chevette on its roof.
Oh, jeez.
60 mile an hour corner at 80, it didn't want to go round.
Yeah, my mate wrote his first car off. He braked, the brakes locked, pulled him to the right, and another car.
Yeah.
I know, luckily for me, mine was just rolled over into a field and no real damage. Bit of a bump on my head.
I've rolled my first car as well.
But just the finance thing, Gary, it's a dangerous route, because that I'm not saying you won't pay it, but if, for instance, you're in a circumstance where you can't pay it, then you've got them chasing you for that money. You're at risk of losing that car.
And even if they take the car back, you're still paying.
Oh yeah. Whereas if you paid for the car, it's your car. You run out of money you can't afford to drive, you can park that up, sawn it, put it off the road, and when you can afford to insure it and drive it again, you're good to go.
I only ever put one car on finance, and that was just to get a credit rating. But I pulled off a good deal, and I got me car finance for 4%.
I think we've all been there with that one, Mike. The first, when you start your first insurance on a car or a bike. Oh, don't worry. Next year it'll go down. Next year comes, it's exactly the fucking same, or it's gone up.
Mm-hmm.
Next year comes. Oh, guarantee by the time you reach 21, it'll have gone down. You get to 21. Oh no, well it's gone up because the policies have changed, so it's gone up. All right. It'll go down when you reach 25. You get to 25. Guess what? It's not gone fucking down. It's not till you get in your 30s and 40s.
I say,
And
the first
you
time
haven't got any convictions.
First time man really dropped.
I don't think they do, Lisa. I don't think they do. Because so many youngsters were buying cars on finance, writing them off, and then the insurance was having to pay out for the car. So the industry's got themselves to blame for that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the mini master cylinders. They were such fun to change, weren't they, Stevie? Anybody who's ever changed a mini master cylinder. But there is one thing worse than the master cylinder change on a mini. Stevie, did you ever have to change the exhaust manifold on a mini? I'll know by his reply, because if he goes, fuck off, we're going to guarantee him. Yeah, good luck with that one, Gary. Finding an old mini nowadays. I'm a big fan of the old mini. Love the old.
First problem you're going to have if you can find an old mini is you're going to have to replace the A panel and the front.
I've seen them for sale. Decent ones, good condition. You're usually looking from anywhere from £5,000 up, and that's going to need some work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to say that you're definitely going to. The first thing you're going to have to replace is that A panel. If you don't, your door's going to fall off.
Dick Turpin Insurance. I did debate once years ago about opening my own business when I finished actually in bikes. I was going to open a workshop and call it Scarpa and Run. But
Steve, I thought you was opening Captain Pugwash Insurance.
I knew it. I knew I was right. Oh, the joys of change. God, talk about skin knuckles. Fuck me.
Oh, they were fun. Yeah, those minis were like little go-karts. The trouble is, on ice, they have zero grip.
That's what the handbrake's for. Use the handbrake.
If you're sliding.
Use the handbrake to swing the back end out. As long as you get the front end into the corner, you can pull it round.
Sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Not always. It's not guaranteed, no. But, you know, you had the...
Yes, you didn't.
You had the Ford Capri high-speed tuning tip. That is, if you ever got a Capri over 120, what you used to do was get a paving slab and put it in the inner front wing so the front end didn't float so much. If it was icy or snowy weather with any Capri or Cortina, you used to put a bag of spuds in the boot or a bag of coal in the boot to hold the back end down.
Same applies to Mark II Escort. Unfortunately, my toolbox weighs about 1,500 weight. That's my carry toolbox.
Helps give you grip.
Yeah, that was just enough to give me grip. Someone went to nick my toolbox one time and they couldn't lift it. Because you sit there and it's only about that long and about that square,
Yeah.
but it's solid with tools,
Yep.
which makes it weigh about 1,500 weight. It's like a nearly solid block of steel.
Mike Collins, Coffin Dodger. Yes, it would fit straight in the Mini, Steve. Yeah. Let's start doing a car show, I think, instead of fucking anything to do with vaping at this rate.
Some weeks.
It's all right. I still want to get hold of an old Skoda Estelle and stick a Porsche in. All you've got to do is weld one engine mount bracket.
Yeah, and then put a bucket under the driver's seat for when you shit yourself.
And 2 paving slabs under the bonnet.
Yeah, to hold it down.
Yeah. But you'd surprise a few people driving around in this old Estelle.
It'll fucking surprise you and all. Right, as it is 1:15, 2.25 hours. And I'm waiting for Craig to doze off on it, which would be allowed.
I'm fighting it. Luckily, I'm fighting it.
Craig go to bed, bless him.
Yeah.
Because he's still got his interrogation to go through tomorrow. So I'll let you guys do your goodbyes, whoever wants to go first.
I'll go first then. Right. Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us for our usual bit of banter and joviality. Hopefully everyone can join us again next week. Don't forget the Facebook group is there for Steve's car posts and uploads. And also if anyone needs any help or just to vent. Excuse me, sorry. Join us next week for more of the same. And I'll pass that on to the birthday boy. Go on, Tyler.
Thanks, Greg. Well, being that I'm 22 for the 15th year in a row,
20th.
What was it like playing banjo on Deliverance?
Well, you see, I had plenty of company, so all your relatives were there. So, it worked out.
It's nice to see the surgery works, though, to remove the extra finger.
Hey. I have comments, but I'm keeping them to myself. We're gonna move on swiftly from there.
Bitch all you like. When I did a post about you being a redneck, one person that pissed themselves laughing at it was your mum.
I believe that.
Go on, carry on.
As always, everybody, thanks for being here. We do appreciate it. And being my birthday, it is nice having you guys all here and, having people to spend the day with. Because otherwise, I'm by myself and dealing with other people that are not fun to deal with. Matt, you already know what I'm talking about. But, exactly. Anyway, guys, like Craig already said, the Facebook group's there. If you need us, don't hesitate. There's always one of us online. It's really not a bother at all. So everybody have a good week. Try not to put any helmets through windscreens or, punch anybody's cards. You don't have to. Have a great week, everybody. Bill, say your goodbyes.
Yeah, it's been fun, and happy birthday, Tyler. It's been a diverse show as usual, and it's been fun. And yeah, his apple's in the post. No, Facebook group's there, and if now tells, there's some fantastic car porn on there.
Yeah.
I mean, somewhat special, some of it.
Mm-hmm.
And just have a really good week, everybody. Be nice to people, and over to you, Matt.
Nothing really much for you, as I said. Yeah, the group's there. If you want to chat, yeah, just give us a shout. We shall be back next week for more of the same shit. Probably more random crap. Well, guaranteed it's random.
They guaranteed.
Why change habit of a lifetime? Yeah, the groups are all there. The chats are there. If you want to get hold of us, you know where we are. So, have a good week, everybody. Try and be nice to each other, help each other out a little bit. Oh yeah, Halloween, random crap. Yeah, too, Lee. Yeah. Yeah. So that's coming.
Yeah.
The wrong celebration, but I'm not going to get into that because I'm going to upset people. It's the wrong sort of celebration for Halloween, in my opinion. We should be celebrating the traditional one. But anyway, so yeah, that's all from me and all from the guys, and we shall see you all later. So bye-bye for now.
Good night.
Night.
Night, everybody.